Hey guys, welcome back to the Chicago White Sox franchise. This episode's going to be action-packed, so stay tuned. We've got the draft coming up, and we are going to sit into the trade deadline and make a massive trade. No spoilers, but stay to the end. We do make a trade that's going to shake up the future of this team pretty significantly, so stay tuned for that one. You guys know we've been having an awful season this year, absolutely awful, but hey, we still aren't that bad, in terms of setup for the future and stuff, so I don't really mind tanking as much. So we get a better draft pick. Hopefully we don't get screwed in that lottery. Hopefully we get a good pick, and then we can do something here. With the worst record in the American League right now, 2 games worse than the Oakland A's. So we need to, I'm going to play every game trying to win, and I want my guys to grow. That's what's most important. But for all intensive purposes, this season is over. On this episode, we're going to start by taking on the San Diego Padres, where we got Drew Thorpe from. I've come from the Yankees, Padres, and now to the White Sox, making his big league debut. Last episode, he's been great. 4-1 with a 1.27 ERA. I'm not sure why it says 4 games started. I think he has 5, but I could be wrong, I guess. I don't know what happened. Anyway, leading off the game is Xander Bogaerts. He hits one deep to left field. That one hops off the wall. It's going to be a leadoff double for Xander Bogaerts in this one, so the Padres threatening in the first. Next up, he has Ha-Seong Kim, and Kim is going to go down swinging on a front door slider, 1 away. Next up, Manny Machado, a 1-2 count on him, and he's going to go down looking on a circle change, backdoor dotted from Drew Thorpe. So 2 outs, but it's the scary Fernando Tatis up next, and he goes down swinging on a high fastball. So Drew Thorpe gives up a leadoff double, but then proceeds to strike out the side after that. So we're going up against Frankie Montas. 17 starts with the Padres this year, 5.32 ERA. So not great, but you never know with Frankie Montas. He's not bad. In the first, we got a runner on first, 2 out for Gavin Sheets. He's going to draw a walk, so we have first and second, 2 out for J.D. Davis. Davis is going to hit one up the middle. Ha-Seong Kim with a beautiful diving play, flips to second for the out, and that saved a hit and saved a run, as a beautiful play by Ha-Seong Kim keeps this scoreless. Bottom of the second, though, it's Heston Kjerstad, and he continues his hot hitting. He's going to bloop one into center field for a base hit, as he has been really hot, especially when I've been playing with him. He's been getting some good wood on the ball. That one's in the gap into right center field by Oscar Colas, and this one's going to bounce over the wall, screws him of an RBI, but it is a double. Second and third, nobody out for Dominic Fletcher. He's going to ground to first, but the infield was back, so the run is going to score 1-0 after the RBI ground out from Dominic Fletcher. And we still got a man on third. Joey Bart up next. Bart is going to fly one into shallow right center. Center fielder's coming on. This is going to be deep enough to score the run. That's Harrison Bader out in center for San Diego. If you remember, we traded them Luis Robert, but he's not in the line. I don't know if he's hurt or what. I got to check that out. But he was not in the lineup this game we played him. Harrison Bader was in center as he goes down swinging there. Padres got another guy on second, but Ha-Seong Kim goes down swinging again. And then Manny Machado would be up next, and Drew Thorpe again would work out damage after striking out the side in the third. So he's got 6 strikeouts through 2. He was balling in this one, Drew Thorpe. Bottom half of the third, it's leading off is Colson Montgomery. He's going to rip a base hit into right field. Another guy who's been getting a lot better. He's been growing a lot as well. So good to see Colson Montgomery hitting much, much better than he was last year. Next up, Eloy Jimenez. It's kind of a weak, soft line drive, but it's past the diving third baseman. It's first and second, nobody out here in the bottom of the third, trying to put on more. A couple batters later is J.D. Davis. He flies one into right, but everyone's going to stay where they are. Fernando Tatis with a great arm. He's going to show it off there. Look at that missile on to third. What a throw. But it's Heston Kjerstad up next, and Kjerstad continues his hot hitting, rips one to right. That's over the head of Fernando Tatis and off the wall. 1 run scores. Eloy Jimenez goes to third, and it's 3-0 White Sox. And Kjerstad has just been great this season as that hit the wall. Oscar Colas up next, but he would strike out. But we do get a run, 3-0 at the end of 3. In the fourth, Padres got another runner on second, but Drew Thorpe's going to do his thing and get some strikeouts. Strikeout of Luis Campuzano right there. That's number 7. Next up, Jake Cronenworth, and Cronenworth is going to pop up. Joey Bart, our new catcher. Remember, we got him since Max Stassi out for the rest of the season, I think. Yeah, I think he was out for the rest of the season or most of the season, and he's not doing good anyway. So Joey Bart, our new catcher. It's Eloy Jimenez with the leadoff base hit in the 5th. So the bats have been there today, and Drew Thorpe's doing his thing. We got this under control right now, but it's only a 3-run lead as Gavin Sheets rips one, and that one went past the shortstop on the ground, and it rolled all the way to the wall. That's how hard it was hit, as it's an RBI double. Loya Mendez was able to score from first on that, as RBI double from Gavin Sheets makes it 4-0. Next up, JD Davis. He's going to draw a walk, so again, we got first and second, and nobody out this time for Heston Kjerstad, and he stays hot again, rips one to right. This time, it's over the wall. 3-run shot from Heston Kjerstad. I am really loving this guy, man. He is going to be the left fielder for the future, I think. We got a lock. He's got like 5 more years of team control after this, but man, he makes me want to lock him down for a long time. He is great. Drew Thorpe's night would be over after this double play. It's a 6-4-3 double play and ends the outing for Drew Thorpe. 6 shutout innings. He continues his hot pitching. This one would end 7-2 after a couple runs via quick sim, but we pick up the win against San Diego. 7-2, great outing from Drew Thorpe. Offense showed up. Heston Kjerstad specifically showed up, and we take on the win. We're going to jump into our draft picks now, and it's time for the draft. And we had a couple guys scouted good, and after that it's kind of a crapshoot. But our first overall pick is going to be this guy, Matthew Lyon. He is potential between 83 and 98. He's only 18. His overall should be somewhere between 64 and 79. The only problem is he's injured on his doctor exam, which is definitely scary, but we're taking a chance and hoping that doesn't really mean much. Maybe his durability will just be down. Next up was Nick Nix. Pretty cool name. High of 87 potential, and he was fully scouted too. He should be a good pitcher. The rest are all just crapshoots. We just picked guys hopefully we can hit on. Darren Sinclair, the catcher. Maxwell Burgos, shortstop, who, we don't have any of these guys scouted really. It's hard to scout after the second round, I've noticed, but, whatever. Paul Grimm, he's been, he probably won't, these guys probably won't turn out to be anything, but you never know. I like to take a chance on these high-range potential guys. This guy's potential is a lot more narrower, 85 to 99, but his overall is a lot lower, and he's 22, so it's probably one of those guys who's like 58 overall A potential and already 22 is not going to grow much. You never know. And then Chris Coggin was our last pick as well. So I'm excited about the first two, specifically that first guy. He looked great, Matthew Lyons. He looked absolutely great. I'm worried about him being injured on that doctor's exam, but I'm really hoping it's just nothing. I truly don't know what that means in this game. If you guys know, let me know in the comments below. So hoping that means nothing. Anyway, we're going up against the Mets, and Husker Yanoa is on the mound for the Mets, and Garrett Crochet on the mound for us. He's got that ERA down to 4.75, so he's been better of late, but he's still having not the best season in the world. As in the first inning, is 2 out, nobody on for Brandon Nimmo, and that's going to dunk in front of Oscar Colas for a base hit. So after 2 outs, nobody on, it's a 2-out single for Brandon Nimmo. Next up is going to be Anthony Santander. He came over to the Mets in this one. That's a base hit up the middle under the glove of Crochet. So just like that, after 2 out, nobody on, a little bit of trouble here. And it's going to be Gary Sanchez back to the Mets in this save, and he hits one deep to left. Kjerstad goes back, looks up, and watches it fly. It's a 3-run shot from Gary Sanchez. So he comes back to the Mets in this one, and it looks like he's hitting all right. His 8th home run of the season. Puts the Mets up 3-0. In the top half of the second, though, it's JD Davis against his former club, and he hits one deep and out of here. No doubt about it. JD Davis with a nice bat flip and all. His 12th home run of the season is an absolute bomb in New York, and it's 3-1 New York Mets here in the top of the second. So still early, but we're down by 2. Bottom of the second, bases loaded, nobody out for the Mets, so big trouble. Jeff McNeil hits one deep to left. It's going to be a sac fly, make it 4-1 New York in the bottom of the second. Crochet did not have his best stuff today, obviously, as he's still in trouble. First and second, 1 out, but he gets Brandon Nimmo to strike out swinging. Hopefully he can get out of this jam in the second. It's Anthony Santander. Already has 1 hit today, and he's going to find the third base line and keep it fair. 1 run's going to score. That ball kind of gets caught in the corner there, and the second run is going to come and score as well. It's a 2-run double for Santander. 6-1 in the first inning. Crochet is getting hit hard. Gary Sanchez up next. This time he's going to strike out swinging. Crochet would settle down after that, but he would give up 6 earned runs. Not good. Not good. In the third, Dominic Fletcher. He's going to hit one down the right field line. Right fielder Santander dives and makes a brilliant play. Anthony Santander could do no wrong today. Already with 2 hits, couple ribbies, and a beautiful diving catch. Look at this one. If he would have missed that, that probably would have been a triple But a beautiful 100% route efficiency. Come on, Santander's not that good of a fielder, but it's all right. Beautiful play. Deserved that one. J.D. Davis in the 5th we go. Still 6-1. J.D. Davis is going to add to his homer tally with a second of the game. This one's hit deep to right center field. Nimmo ran all the way back, but he's going to run out of room as that one's out of here. Multi-home run game from J.D. Davis. We don't get a lot of multi-home run games in the Chicago White Sox franchise, at least not so far. Well, we've had a few. Eloy Jimenez, Gavin Sheets, but like only those two. This year, if you guys noticed, I'm not hitting a lot of home runs with Eloy Jimenez and Gavin Sheets. It's been more of a mixture. So I think that's a good sign as well. Dominic Fletcher hits a base hit here. We're still in the 5th, by the way, 6-2. So we're starting a little bit of a rally if we can start chipping away. A couple batters later, it's Vaughn Grissom with 2 outs. And Grissom hits one deep to left field. Brandon Nimmo's going back. He's still going back. He's at the wall. He leaps, and he robs a 3-run home run. Oh my God. That would have put the lead at just 1 for the Mets. But Brandon Nimmo goes up there and takes it away as Vaughn Grissom gets robbed of 3 RBIs and a homer in this one. We're going to the 7th. It's 6-2. Joey Bart with a runner on first. He's going to find the gap. This one's headed towards the wall. Runner from first has good speed. He rounds third, and he is coming home. The throw home is not going to be in time. It's 6-3. As Dominic Fletcher was the one who scored on that one. So Fletcher having a good game today. 6-3, Montgomery up in the 7th, trying to get that other run home, but he's going to chop to short. And unfortunately, that would be the last rally of the game for us, as 6-3 would be all it gets to the 9th. It's Kerstaff, and he's going to hit a no-doubter. This guy has just been red hot on video, man. He's been doing good too in the sim, but just like when I play with him, everything I'm just touching with his bat is flying either out of the stadium or in the gap. So he's been great. And that was off Edwin Diaz too, his 15th homer of the season. So that's very good to see. Tying run is Vaughn Grissom in the 9th, but he's going to chop one to short, and the shortstop flips over to second. Mets win this one, so we take a loss. But Crochet just didn't have his best stuff. Once he came out, bullpen did pretty good, like he usually does. Bullpen is pretty solid. Well, like I said, let's see how we did finish this month off. It wasn't the worst month in the world. We got a couple wins in there. With 34 and 75, so it ain't like it's great or anything. What we're going to do is just show the whole standings since we're at the trade deadline. We're going to show the whole standings around the league so you guys can see what possible teams I could trade with. I'm telling you, I'm going to make a trade, so just stay tuned. Royals are actually in first place in the Central. Made fun of them for trading for DeGrom only because it just didn't make sense with the contract. But hey, they're in first place, so that makes sense. Orioles are in first of the East. Blue Jays and Rays pretty much tied right behind them. Yankees, too, still in it. Red Sox are out of it. In the West, the Rangers lead the Astros by just a game. Everyone else doesn't really have a chance for the division, so that should be a two-way race. In the wild card right now, Astros, Twins, and Blue Jays, but the Rays, Mariners, and Yankees, and Guardians all within 2 games of that last spot. So it's early on. It can be anyone's wild card. NL East is the Atlanta Braves over the Phillies, so just 3.5. Everyone else is way out. In the Central, it's the Reds and Brewers battling for the division. Everyone else, again, way out of that one. And in the West, the Dodgers are running away with it. They're already 17 games up. And the Padres have a good record, too. But the Dodgers are 79 and 31. They just don't lose. It's going to be tough to take down the Dodgers this year. The wild cards, Phillies, Padres, and Brewers right now with the Diamondbacks 3.5 behind. And the Giants still 6.5 behind. So 2 years in a row, the National League wild card is kind of just coming down to 3 straight teams. But here we go. This is the big trade I was talking about, and it sure is a big one. I'm giving away our 2 best players, our best pitcher and really our best guy on offense, for some great prospects, though, and a starting pitcher with team control. We're going to give away Garrett Crochet, who's got this year, obviously the rest of this year, and next year. He's an 87 overall at 25 years old. It's not like he's young, but he is having a bad season. And Eloy Jimenez, who's got the rest of this year and next year with great hitting stats to the Orioles. He can really these two will really boost the Orioles' chances of not only securing that division, but going deep. And we're going to trade for 2 prospects, Kobe Mayo, Chuck Dutzman, who I'm going to show you in a second. He's a guy who came from the draft last year, and Dean Kremer. So there's Garrett Crochet. He's going. There's proof that he will be on the team for the Orioles next year at age 26 for only $3.4 million. And Eloy Jimenez will be on the team next year for only $8.2 million. And only 74 overall doesn't really do him justice because his hitting stats are good. The Orioles are going to be stacked after this trade, man. But we are getting one of their top prospects, Kobe Mayo. So he adds to our very talented prospect pool. 72 overall, 8 potential, 23 years old. There are his stats right there. He'll be ready for the majors soon. If not, if not at some point this year, I think next year for sure. And this guy, Chuck Dutzman, I think that's how you say it. I don't know. But he's 75 overall. He's only 18. B potential, sure. But those stats are pretty good. He wasn't doing good in AAA. He's going to play on AA for us, though. And we're also going to get Dean Kremer, who's not having a good year. Obviously, he will no longer be in the rotation for the Orioles with the trade of Garrett Crochet. And, yeah, 4.82 is not great. He's only hurting them, so we're going to take him on. He's got 2 more years of team control, too, so just another guy who could fill in for our rotation. It kind of just made sense. So there is the massive trade. Let's see how everyone's doing. Vaughn Grissom's doing good. He's hitting 269 with 9 homers and 34 ribbies. So I can't complain about that with Vaughn Grissom, honestly. Colson Montgomery, he's growing up to 77 now. He's hitting 254, got 11 homers. He's doing good. Gavin Sheets, 240 with 14. Not the best. Expected more, but okay. JD Davis, 256 with 13 homers, 38 ribbies. He's been okay. Kjerstad's really been good. 15 home runs, 256 average, and he's grown all the way up to a 74. He's grown a lot. Oscar Colas has grown too to 72, but his stats haven't been the best. But I'm just liking what I'm seeing with the growth. We called up this guy, Zach DeLoach, to be our new DH. Now that Eloy Jimenez is not on the team. He's on the 40-man. He's lefty, and looks like he's got some decent stats. So hopefully he can do a little something for us. Zach DeLoach is the new DH against lefties, as he is a lefty hitter. Against righties, as he's a lefty hitter. Dominic Fletcher's still there. He was hot with the average. Got it all the way down to 239. Yikes. And Joey Bart has been off to a really slow start since coming over from San Francisco. But, yeah, he's going to be the catcher. Going into the pitching rotation, Dean Kremer is going to slot in where Crochet was, so he's going to be the ace, quote-unquote. And that 4.82 ERA is not great, but I think it might be the best on the staff. No, that's not true. Lorenzen actually has been pitching better lately, 4.08. I was thinking about trading him at the deadline, too, since he's going to be a free agent. But honestly, based on his overall and his 4 ERA, there aren't really a lot of playoff teams that need him. So that's the shame. Drew Thorpe, 1.7 ERA still. He's still doing great. 58 in the 3rd innings. Jake Woodford's been awful. He won't be on the team next year. Just no way. I can't take it anymore with him. He's gone. Jairo Iriarte, very rough rookie campaign, but we just want him to keep growing. I don't know why I haven't sent him down. I just kind of don't want to. I want him to keep growing at the major league level. Eric Fetty's been awful, but he won't be on the team next year. Devi Garcia's actually pitching a lot better. Dwayne Underwood's been good, but the poor guy never gets in. Cianel Perez, disappointing, but we need a lefty in there. He's our only lefty, and he's not even that bad. He just doesn't do good when he comes in, unfortunately. Steven Wilson, he's been having a great season. Almost 40 innings pitched, and he's a 1.13 ERA. That is great. And Ian Jabot's been great as well. Can't complain with that. Lucas Sims hasn't been the best setup guy in the world, although he's got good stats. He hasn't been doing good. And Joe Barlow's got the ERA up, but he has still been good and pretty reliable in the closer's spot. We'll go over amount of saves he has and everything in the next episode when we get towards the end of that month. Looking forward, I think what I'm going to do in August is not play like I normally do every video. I think I might do, now that we made this trade and we have a ton of prospects, I think I might do kind of a prospect episode, at least where I show my top prospects like they are going to be ready soon, like Roger Magana, our starting pitcher, who we drafted last year, maybe Kobe Mayo, who we just traded for, and Ethan Salas, definitely, because he's the top prospect in the organization. I'll do that video, and maybe if you guys don't like it, I won't do another one. If you do, I'll incorporate those in the series. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the trade. Let me know what you guys think. It was a lot to give up those guys, but we got a pretty good haul for it. And I'm not saying it's going to be next year we're going to be good. I think we're going to definitely improve. But in a couple of years, this team is going to be stacked with young talent with plenty of team control. So just stay with me. I promise this team is going to be good soon, although we're in our dark days right now. But the future is bright. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.